the idea is to think about your role as a leader in the organization. When I was thinking about this, what exemplifies amplifiers and what exemplifies achievers, and the shift going from achiever to amplifier, which is a significant shift. I think when we're doing achiever, often what we're doing is climbing mountains. So I think mountaineer, there's a peak to climb. Let's rally the troops. Let's head up that mountain and just persevere till we get to the top. Once we get to the top, there's another one to go. And this is characteristic of the achiever stage. It's like there's always another mountain to climb until we go, is this really what life is all about? Just climbing mountains and bagging peaks and hitting goals? And then we make a shift to amplifier. And I thought, what is a really good metaphor? I mean, amplifier itself is a metaphorical word in terms of a different way of portraying it, different from mountaineer. I thought gardener. And maybe it's because I've been doing some gardening and planting vegetables that this is front of mind for me. But I think that's probably a useful thing to think about when we're trying to embody the spirit and practice of being an amplifier, is that we do work just like the achiever does work. We do the work in preparing soil, preparing the conditions, and planting seeds and assist them to grow. But our work is not in doing the growing. That's over to the people around us. So we do as much as we can to create the conditions for growth and development and facilitate that. So in some ways, we're facilitators. We tend the environment to allow others to thrive. And I think that's probably the most useful metaphor for thinking about the shift from power on, climb the mountain, achiever, versus tend a garden. And there's a little bit of patience required with that. It's less direct activity. And I think this is one of the challenges in moving from achiever to amplifier, is that we lose the thrall, if that's the right word, of achievement of hitting a mountain peak. It loses its color for us anyway. And yet the rush, the adrenaline rush, the endorphins, the dopamine that comes from accomplishment diminishes. And we find a new sense of satisfaction in being a gardener and tending the growth of others. There's a sense of satisfaction in doing the task, but it's less than, ticking something off your list. So I just wanted to put that out there for you to think about how your role might shift over time. And there might be some elements of achiever that you still need to consolidate. There's still mountains to climb, and doing that well is still part of your leadership journey. And then you're evolving to this bigger picture where you're allowing others to flourish and to become plants that become mountaineers. Now we're going to cross over metaphors. So